evening, ladies, and welcome to the Women's Bible Study session for On Time Women Ministry. Tonight we'll be in the book of Proverbs 31, ladies. So let's go ahead and get started and get some good content out of here tonight. Fellas, you're always welcome to join in since it's virtual. So we're going to start off in the first chapter of 31, and then we're moving down to the eulogy of the wife of a noble character. So the saying of King Lamech. The saying of King Lamech and Orchid, his mother taught him, O my son, O my womb, O my son of my womb, do not spend your strength on a woman, your virtue on those who wound kings. It is not for a king, O Lamech, not for kings to drink wine, not for rulers to crave beer, lest thy drink and forget what the law decreed and devoured all the oppressed of the rights. Give beer to those who are perishing, wine to those who are English. Let them drink and forget their poverty and remember their misery no more. Speak up for those who can't speak for themselves, for the right of all who are disillusioned. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and the needy. So, ladies, as we look at the first scripture through the ninth scripture of Proverbs 31, it was talking about the do's and don'ts. And I always like to use that philosophy because it says, not for the king to drink wine, not for the ruler to crave beer, less than drink and forget what the law decrees. And it talks about and divert all the oppressive of the right. Give beer to those who are perishing. That means departing. And then it talks about wine to those who are English. Let them drink and forget about their property and remember their misery no more. Then it goes on and talks about speak up for those who can't speak for themselves. That means speak up for those who don't have a voice. Then it talks about for the righteous of all who are dissolute, speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and needy. So it talks about those who are going through some real rough times, that they perish and then they drink and all these other things. But then it goes on and talks about the wisdom part. It talks about lack of wisdom, and then it talks about wisdom, and it talks about knowledge and lack of knowledge. This is what I love about the book of Proverbs because it talks about wisdom, it talks about knowledge, it talks about lack of knowledge and lack of wisdom. And why do I speak on this? Because in the first part, it talks about lack of wisdom, lack of knowledge, but then it goes on and speaks on about wisdom and knowledge and how to practice these actions into practice and how to do it in a fairly manner and be respectful in the process. So now we're moving on to the eulogy of the wife of a noble character. So ladies, make sure you pay close attention to Proverbs 31. So we're at the 10th verse and we're reading all the way to the 31st verse of this particular scripture in the Bible. I'm reading it in the New International Version, ladies. Okay, so I'm going to go at it each scripture. So listen up. A wife of a noble character, who can find now? She is worth far more than rubies. So a wife of noble character, who can find? That's a question mark right there. She is worth far more than a woman. So she's worth far more than the rubies. Okay. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. So he believes in her. Okay. And lacks no value. She brings him good, no harm, all the days of his life. So she's bringing plenishment and enrichment in him. Okay. She selects wool and flax and works with edgy hands. So she's very hands-on and very, I would say, hands-on and very creative. She is like the merchant ship bringing her food from afar. So when you think of a merchant ship like a boat, that's kind of demonstrating that she's like a merchant ship bringing her food from afar. So she's doing her duty and going above and beyond. She gets up while it's still dark. She provides food for her family and portions for her servant girls. So she gets up faithfully now, provides food for the entire family and portions, giving portions of the food, thank you, Spirit, that's left, food for her servant girls. So once she get up now, before the crack of dawn, and provide food for her family. Then she gives a portion of what's remaining to the servant girls. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. So what she's doing is she's making a sacrifice here. So she's taking things that she has earned, and she's building and planting something that will plenish. She sets about her work visuously. Her arms are strong for her task. So she work visual means continuously. She sees that her trade is profitable. So the things that she's doing, she sees is profitable and is enriching. And her lamp does not go out at night. That means she's still full of light. In her hand, she holds the distaff and grasps the spiral with her fingers. So she's doing all she can, even after the fact. She opened her arms to the poor and extends a hand to the needy. So she's a giving person, and she's doing all she can to make sure they're happy. Okay. When it snows, she has no fear for her household. So she goes above and beyond. For all of them are clothed in scarlet. So she's going above and beyond to make sure the household is fully clothed with warm garments. She makes covering for her bed. She is clothed in fine linen and purple. So she's making sure that not only is she taking care of her household, but she's also reaching out people who are poor and needy. And also, too, she's going out in the cold to make sure her household is kept warm. And not only that, she's dressed in the fine linen with purple, a very beautiful garment, and making sure her covers for her bed sheets are good too. Her husband is respected at the city gates. So she's doing everything as a wife supposed to, and her husband is respected in the city gates, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them. So not only is she getting up at the crack of dawn, not only is she making sure the food is good, not only is she serving the food for the servant girls, she also is working in the field. She's making a living, earning it, and planning, enriching it, and then it's becoming very profitable of the things that she's doing. And not only that, she's going out and serving to the needy and poor. And not only that, she's making sure her bed living and what she's wearing is clothes. And not only that, her husband is well respected. Pay attention now. Okay. And not only that, she makes linen and garments and sells them. And the supplies, the merchants, was slaved. Slave means like little things that have around your waist, or a little slave that goes around on the side of your shoulders. She is clothed with strength and dignity. So not only that, she has strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. So not only she's demonstrating the wifely duty, she's had the mother role. She's helping those servant girls. She's helping make a building a field and profiting from that. And not only that, she's helping out the needy. She's building income. She's doing a lot of things, and she's carrying it in a very positive manner, ladies. Okay. She watched over the affair of her household and does not eat the bread of the idlers. Okay. Her children arise and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many women do noble things, but you suppress them. Okay. Pay attention to that word, suppress. Charm is deceitful. The beauty is fleeting. But a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Give her the reward she earned, and let her works bring her praise at the city gates. So everything this noble, amazing, knowledgeable, educated woman was doing here was making sure that she gets up in the morning faithfully. Make sure the house is taken care of in terms of food and clothing, and making sure she earning it. Her husband respect her kids adore her, and giving to the needy. So she's doing everything that a godly woman is supposed to be doing. She's being obedient. She's being humbled. And she's paying attention to these traits. And while she's carrying these traits, she's demonstrating what a woman of God is supposed to be. Okay? These are the traits, ladies. This is the traits, ladies. And this is a very good illustration of what this looks like. When you wear many hats now, and when you wear these many hats, you're not only carrying a heavy weight, but you're doing it gracefully. And you're doing it with the strength and with God on your side. All right, ladies. Thank you all for tuning into the Bible session of Proverbs 31. My name is Mr. Johnson. So we'll be back on next year, 2022, with the Bible study session with the new topic next year, ladies. So I love you all. Have an amazing and a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Christmas as well as New Year's. Keep in mind, on-time ministry services will be on tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. I'll be back on tomorrow with the Bible teaching in the Bible study session. I'm going to let you know in the morning what chapters we're doing tomorrow evening at 6:30. But make sure you tune in to 8 p.m. for the Christmas service of on-time ministry. It'll be streaming live tomorrow 8 p.m. and it'll be replayed again at 11. And it will be replayed all day Christmas Eve as well as Christmas Day and the day after Christmas. Okay, everybody? It'll all be streaming live on Facebook. It'll only be streaming live on IG because you can't really replay that over and over again. Twitter, yes. Facebook, yes. YouTube, yes. But IG can't replay it over and over again. If some way I could do that, I'll be more happy to post that up on IG on Time Ministry platform. All right, everybody, have an amazing and a safe night. Good night, and have a wonderful evening.